for about 4 or 5 seconds. Like when you're here, like you'll probably feel serratus. Whatever muscles you feel like contracting, just kind of hold them and squeeze them, and then back completely the opposite direction. So externally rotate and pull back, retract your shoulder blades as far as you can.
Okay.
And hold that 4 or 5 seconds. And then we'll do that back and forth for a few reps, and then we'll switch to something else.
Okay.
And so all that I want you to think about on these is how much can we get your shoulder blades moving.
It's like here.
Yep.
And then just like
so literally just feel like, kind of obviously like you would finish a row. So protract, protract, protract. Even turn your shoulders in, then we'll hold 4, 3. The start, I had him do this kind of, I always say that's kind of the, the goofy looking shit where you're doing like the warm up activations, all that. But from an athlete standpoint, for me, he normally does cables to kind of warm up. And so my thing is, I think we can do something that's actually gonna get him feeling warm and ready to go quicker. And it's also going to take less volume. He's just moving his arms and his body weight, so he's not fatiguing at all. Where people do kind of a pre-exhaust sometimes with cables, even if it's light, you're still technically taking away from your volume for that session. So that's my whole reason I like all that kind of goofy looking, overly technical bullshit, because it works better. This will be the last little one before I have you get to the bar. So all I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to have you pull down here. So this is kind of the position I want you to almost feel like you're overdoing today. So we're going to have you a pretty good arch and pull down like you're rowing. Actively try and pull your elbows to the floor, but feel like, again, the shoulder blades is the big thing. So pull the shoulder blades as far back as you can, pinch them. And I'm gonna actually put my hand under, so I'm gonna have you press into my hands just a little bit, so I'll have you go in the right direction. And then I'm gonna have you come up like you would, basically doing like a press or a fly. I'll probably actually have you do this more like a fly motion. And when you come up, I'm gonna have you come as far as you can to fly without your shoulder blades moving, so before any of that happens. And I'm gonna have you press into my hands a little bit and squeeze your pecs. So this way, when you're going down, squeeze mid and lower traps. And this way, when we're at whatever the top is, I'm gonna have you contract and squeeze your pecs.
Nice. So.
Yeah, so before you even start, nice arch. So you can kind of feel like you got room to really pack your shoulders down. Yeah, right there looks good. And then now just press down into my hands. Yep, so really feel like you're trying to push towards the floor. Squeeze those shoulder blades, 3, 2, 1. So bring it up to the top, kind of like you would for like a fly. Don't let those shoulder blades move. And now actually press in from the chest, not too hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down to the bottom, pull them down this way. Light press in, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna see where you can pull the bar down to before, like you said, I'm sure you get some point where like the shoulders kind of start to move and you come out of position.
I can't actually, I don't think I can even touch the bar on my chest.
Yeah.
Would you remember when we were talking about the shoulder press video?
Yeah.
Like that's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
Same with the pull down.
Well, that's everyone, all that stuff's arbitrary, right? So it's that, but that's the best, this is the best way to find out where you should go. Because instead of just saying, okay, well, where can I go with the weight? You actively pull down with stuff on the other side.
Yep.
And that's your range of motion. I mean, if you can't pull with stuff on the other side, you got no business going anywhere else.
Yeah.
So set a big arch, I want a little bit more of an arch there. Feel like, again, like you're pulling your shoulder blades towards your hips, so a little bit more of a down feeling. There we go. And then I'll literally try and pull the bar to your chest, wherever it goes. And just hold there for about 4, 3, 2, 1. Now do me a favor just for today, bring this back up. Can you take your grip a little wider? Is there a reason you take it kind of a little bit tight?
Just because it puts stress on the pec tendon.
Okay.
That just feels, when I'm at the bottom there, on this right side, it feels like it's the only place I feel the tension is in the attachment.
Okay, good. Then let's not do that. Go back to the other grip. So if there's anything I want you to focus on here just a little bit, just take that extra second, kind of, especially as soon as you get the bar off, just really try and pack the shoulder blades. And you just hit whatever rep range you would normally hit. We had a little dialogue before we started as far as, what have you been doing, the exact movements, exact order, kind of what's the overview as far as the goal, how many working sets, all that. I didn't try and deviate from that a whole lot. The goal was, if we can, make some little adjustments on everything he has been doing. One, so hopefully we have a little bit of a better session today, but obviously no one develops their physique in one session. So some of it is hopefully give him some things that he can take from today and take with him, to the gym back home for the rest of the show and the rest of his off season. I'm an advocate of less reps on the warm up, so as opposed to maybe 8 reps at your normal tempo, obviously it's hypothetical, 4 or 5 reps just with maybe a little longer pause there, down and back. I really want you to have a feel for working through the top, because hopefully if I can do something of value today, if it feels good, I might make you work a little bit further on your working sets than you normally do. Whereas like if I joke, if I have anything I'm proficient at, I'm just a really good spotter. So I'm a world-class spotter. It's all my education. But all jokes aside, like I say whenever I'm talking about all like that profile crap, every exercise, no exercise is perfect, which means it doesn't give your body weight the same way you can put it out.
Yeah.
And some of that is going OCD is like, oh, do I have a good work exercise, this or that? But like in the gym part of it, you have a good training partner, good spotters just know how to like fix an exercise essentially. Yeah. You know, so if I'm gonna have like, if you have a spotter you don't trust, you know, it's like your failure rep is just kind of like, oh, fuck, get it up and rack it. Whereas if you know that like, okay, I'll tell you, obviously I'm not gonna fucking upright row more than whatever, 200 pounds or something. You know, so if I get to the point where, okay, your one failure rep is I touch it just a little at the top, I'd like to take you today where it's everything is the same. You know, I maybe just give you a little bit more out of the bottom and you kind of trust it and just stick with it. So have you grind a little bit harder and slower on that failure rep maybe.
3, 2, 1.
Get set. Yep. Same thing, even if you only do, you know, 2 or 3, take your time a little bit at the bottom. I can see where it just wants to shift out of place just a little bit.
Okay, so like...
Just on the negative and at the bottom, just take your time.
Okay.
Whatever that means to you.
3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That looked better.
2, 1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it. That's great. Those are good, man.
What do you want to do? Should we just do one working set and move on?
We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do like one back off set, but I'll leave that up to how it feels.
I normally do like, I'll do this at the tempo we're doing. I'll probably only get like 5 maybe.
Yep, okay.
Because it's a little bit slower than I would normally do it.
Yeah.
And then we'll do 3 plates for a back off.
Yep.
Cool. 2, 1.
Yep. Yep. All right, take your time, make it hard. Yeah. Yep, come on now. Yep, keep it right where you want it, come on. Up. Good, let's go again, I got you, stay tight. Hard, 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 hard. Good, yep, right there, that's it. Oh, I got you, finish, 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 finish. Attaboy, yep. Good set. Nice.
That felt good.
Good, look good.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. Good. A little harder at the top. Squeeze. Good. Good. I got you now. Smooth. Contract into it. Hard. Squeeze. Again, I got you. Hard. I got you again. A little slower negative. Hard, 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 hard. There you go. Good. What's that?
Yeah, that felt good. Felt really good.
You didn't look like you were doing it much, but something I think will help on that, especially when you're hitting those failure reps. Like for me, you know, whenever you actually feel it in your chest, like the 2 things I always focus on is pushing my shoulder blades back harder and contracting harder. Because as soon as things get hard, if you're just thinking, obviously, not saying you're thinking this, but if you're just thinking up, like that's when you're like, ah, fuck, it's hard, 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 up. Like you're just doing anything to get it up. But if like your only thoughts are something that are actually going to reinforce the position you want to be in, you're much less likely to
some of the time, boy, it just happened then.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it on purpose. I didn't take the rep to the top.
Yeah.
Because if I had, I would have rounded forward.
Yeah.
I got to the point where it was without me.
Yep. And some of that too is half of it's like, again, especially if, you know, with your training partner and stuff, and if we were ever training in a groove, some of it would be knowing that, okay, well, because what will happen is you'll get to the point where you can't get it with your pecs, and you got 1 or 2 choices. If your training partner's not getting it there with your pecs, you're gonna do it yourself. But if your training partner's actually helping as much as you need, then you'll be able to keep working through that point just with your chest, you know? Anytime you can turn something that's technically supposed to be flat and do a slight decline, it'll probably line up better with your pec fiber. So I'll have you slide your hips literally towards the edge of the bench.
Yep.
So really the only contact point you have is the roller right between your shoulder blades. So no other part of your back's really touching. And then from there, really let them just pull back. Actually, I'll probably pull it forward just a little bit. It's a little heavier at the bottom. And so really pull the shoulder blades back. You'll really be able to find the position, especially when you're at the bottom. Make sure your shoulder blades are as far back as you can. Feel like you're pushing your rib cage towards the wall.
Yeah.
And just keep it fixed in that position the whole time. So don't let it pull out at any point. And that's probably going to be the range. I'll give you a couple little cues as we go on that. So that'll be the thing that's going to take a little bit to wire in. Whenever doing flies, a good cue is thinking about finishing with your bicep into your pec as opposed to where your hands end up.
That's something I've been mindful of a lot.
Sweet, yeah, because that makes a massive difference. Anytime, any body part, you can have a cue that actually gets closer to the muscle origin insertion, you're less likely to do other shit. Because you get guys, you see guys doing cable flies like this,
you do.
and I'm like, you're missing out on like 30 degrees.
That's one thing I've always been focusing on a lot the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Is focusing on where my upper arm's going, not my hands.
Yeah. And I always really feel pulled down a little bit as well too. And that's the reason I have you arch a little bit as well too, is one, it helps the rib cage higher, but it gives your shoulder blades a little bit more room to pull down. Yep. And so for all the warm-ups here, especially because it's a fly anyway, if I want little slower negatives, pause at the end and pause at the top. Slow. That looks good. Stretch. Let's go 2 more for me. Nice stretch, little pause, pec squeeze. There we go, 1 more. I got that one. Nice. You know what it is I'm actually noticing while you're doing it the first time? It's literally how your front delt attaches. Like your front delt attaches so far across your clavicle, which is, it's got a lot of advantage. Like even when you're arched this big, and even when you have in that position, like the way it attaches, it's really easy for it to be high and a lot of it to be in front of the joint. The only thing I'll have you try and do different, and this is gonna be a little bit of a range of motion type thing, anytime you can do flies where you're a little bit more externally rotated, you can just see, like even look at my front delt, that puts the front delt more on top and less in front of the joint. So that'll give you a little bit more of an advantage to keep it out. Okay. And that's half the reason, if you think even like why, I'm sure you probably feel like a lot of decline stuff pretty well. And honestly, like if you're doing like decline stuff, when you're pulling this way, you know, your front delt is basically pointing that way. You know, so if you contracted your front delt, it would do this. So if you're doing more of a decline motion, it's kind of easier to keep your front delt out of it. That's probably a big part of it. So on this one, if anything, 2 things will help. Again, make sure you're slid all the way to the edge, so almost making it slightly more decline. And then right when you start, externally rotate as far as you comfortably can. Because the other issue is if like you take that joint to the end, then it might not be as stable. So just find where you can kind of comfortably go and just see if you can keep it there the whole time. Yeah. That feel pretty good though? It felt way harder than I expected. Yeah. I was like the severe breeze. Yeah. Wasn't a breeze. Yep. All right, cool. So again? And so let's, we'll keep all these same thing. Anytime I, kind of have a movement slightly different or that's completely different, I'll probably do just a few more like slightly sub-maximal hard sets on the way up. And if we feel like everything's holding good with the form, we'll do a working set or 2. Good, that'll look good. I'm gonna be sore as fuck tomorrow. Good. I think it's 10 already. I will almost never do like a standing cable, because anytime you don't have something on your back, you're always gonna have to use less weight or spend more time just fucking balancing and all that kind of shit. And then this is like anybody, especially with your structure, if you can get your shoulder blades something that helps you keep them pulled back further the whole time, it's just more of it's gonna have to go to your pecs. Yeah, it makes sense. And then the same as ever, the benefit of fly is why I feel so much better for a lot of people. People just kind of naturally find this position that's good. If you think when you're on a barbell, and you're going straight up and down, you've only got one position of internal, external rotation. Like it's there, that's it. You can't do any of this because obviously you drop the bar, it rips your arm off. Whereas here, like you can really like, okay, well I kind of want to fly here, kind of want to fly here, kind of want to fly here. A lot of people just do it like kind of not really thinking about it because you just kind of find where it feels better. So, arch, pack down, there you go. Yep. just skip that little finish. Starting to pull the shoulders up just a little bit. Keep them down. Right there, yep.
Yep.
Smooth to the finish. Right there's the finish. Yep. Not that little extra. Hard squeeze. Good. Back slow. Squeeze. Right there. Look good.
Fuck. It's almost annoying how hard that is.
Yeah. Yep. Down right there. Yep. Lock it right there. Good. Good, couple more. Hard squeeze. Good, I'll help you finish. Right there, keep them down. Hard squeeze, hard squeeze, hard squeeze. Let's go one more. Control. Hard squeeze, finish, finish, finish. One more, still easy. Keep that same position.
Wow. It's quite a difference.
Yeah.
You just go up one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do, take a little longer break.
Yeah.
Do one more here, and then same thing, we'll do like one back offset.
Cool.
Take one somewhere horrible. Good. Really good. Locked in stone. Pushing hard back in that roller. Good. Stick with it. I'm gonna take you through a few. Let's go. Hard, 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 hard. Again. Come on, stick with it. Go, 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 go. Let's go one more. Stay tight. Hard, finish, finish, finish. Good. Gotcha.
Oh.
I'm gonna drop it pretty light and go a little shorter rest here.
Yeah. I've never had a cable kick my ass so much.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Good. Same pace, just let it build, make it horrible. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Yep. Good, Luke. A couple more now. Yep, come on. Hard, 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 hard. Stick with it, couple more. Hard. Keep it tight at the bottom, don't let it relax. Another one, come on. Hard squeeze. Good. Another one, come on, stay with it. Don't relax, keep that chest tall. Hard squeeze. We got one more, last one, stay tight. Chest tall, all in the pecs. Hard squeeze, go, 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 go. Good. Yep, gotcha.
Oh.
Good set, man. That's good.
Nice.
Chest is turning purple, that's always a good sign.
Yeah. And my face.
That's like a joke. I want to bring like this little card with me. It's like different, like goes from like white to red to like purple. I'll be like, oh, we're done. All right,
Yeah.
sweet. Yep. Feel all right?
Feels good.
Good.
Let's put one plate on.
Just go two.
Okay.
The only thing you have to be aware of with a decline is it makes you more likely to want to elevate your shoulders because the weight's literally pushing your shoulders in elevation. So just take a second, especially on, you don't want, if it's a little heavier, it'll help you like break the ones to start. But even once you get it up, you might almost kind of have to reset just a little bit. And then just kind of, if you're aware of your shoulder blades on the pad, you'll be able to feel when they're starting to kind of just stop before that's kind of happening.
Yeah, this machine feels good.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's one of the few that at the top I can feel it.
This will probably still be pretty light, so whatever you want to do, leave some in the tank. Yep. I'll work you through the next one.
My chest is fucked.
Yeah. These last, when you're hitting those failure, I'll spot you. I'll just grind you through the last one or two. And then same thing, just really lock that body position because you'll feel the point where your body's like, nope, and I'll get you there.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. Yep. Good reps, stay tight. There you go, keep that position. A couple more. Hard. Good, keep that position, nothing changes, come on. Hard, 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 hard. Finish, 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 finish. Good, slow negative. There you go. Nice. Good set. That's what I want. One off and we'll do one more. Good position. There it is, right there. Good, everyone like that, that's the money. Good. I got you now. Come on, another one. Hard squeeze. I'll get you there. I'll get you there. I'll get you there. One more, Luke. Come on, stay on. Hard. Finish, 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 finish. Slow negative. There you go. Good set. Press in. 1, 2, and then back down. And that's pretty much it. Yep. Up nice and smooth. Press in. 1, 2. And that last thing I had him finish with is one of the few things I don't like. I mean, again, time under tension is stupid because most people, even if they say, I did this for 60 seconds of time under tension, you were just doing the exercise for 60 seconds. People cheat and do all sorts of shit. That's horrible because it actually was a very long set and there's not a second where he's actually taking a break. So what I was doing on that set, for anybody, it looks kind of fancy, but I'm just taking a dumbbell which normally has no tension here and I'm adding tension with my hands. So the whole range of motion, he doesn't get a break. I took him to the point where basically he couldn't lift it up and press it in my hands anymore. So I was spotting on the concentric on the way up, making him do the entire eccentric where he had it left. As soon as we fatigued from there, I had him drop that and I just went with manual resistance with my hands. So basically taking him from where he could contract into the exercise with a weight and additional weight from my hands to just the weight, to just eccentrics, to just my hand weight. It's just a pretty nasty way to fully fatigue. And
It'll be funny for the people watching because they'll see the first movement.
Yeah.
Doing like 4 or 5 of the incline.
Yeah.
To finishing with no weight at all.
Yeah.
Just my arms.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hug anyone at the end.
Yeah, I was really sad about it. I was looking forward to a hug and he couldn't do it. We've been talking about it for months. We'll do one more set almost exactly like that. And then to really make you feel like an asshole, on the third set, we'll do the same thing. And then I'm gonna have you drop the dumbbells and I'm gonna do just a little bit of manual resistance. Exact same range of motion. So the whole challenge, you did good on that one. The whole challenge for you is just keep everything exactly the same. So obviously you'll, just like on that, you did a good job. Most people I wouldn't have actually done the spotting you and stuff because most people just fucking freak out and just start doing anything to get everything up. Your whole goal is just to keep everything the same. So reps don't change, body positions don't change. Just keep working the chest as hard as you can. And this set will last a little while. This is the money set. Don't miss this one. We spent 4 or 5 minutes on that last exercise. If you can spend 4 or 5 minutes of your session doing something that is brutally, ridiculously painful and gets a nasty pump, why wouldn't you incorporate that? And it's the way that I like to do my training is I think having as much blood in the muscle when you're done is important because that's when the recovery process actually starts. So even more so than the pump in and of itself, I don't think is that important, but I think it might actually be pretty important when you're done because now he's got a lot of blood in his chest. He's actually calming down. He's gonna get food in him. He can start to recover. All right, up, 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 up. Right there, down slow, chest up, shoulder blades back. There we go, don't let him pull forward. Go, 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 go. Right there, resist. Good, chest up, pull across, 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 across. Good, chest up, come on. Keep going, across, 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 across. Come on now, resist, resist, chest up, across, 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 across. Resist. One more, come on. Up, across, across, across. Now slow, 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 slow. Now keep your chest tall. We're gonna hold it in a little bit of a stretch. Chest up, chest up, chest up. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Chest up. Hold, 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 hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Push those ribs to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bedtime.
Good night. Thanks.
Yeah, man, good session. We already shook hands, but we'll do one for the camera. There we go. That's it.